Namaskaram. Ever wondered what it takes to truly break free from your comfort zones? In part 2 of this episode, our Isha meditator reveals how volunteering challenged her likes and dislikes and pushing her to grow in unexpected ways. Get ready for inspiring stories that might just change the way you see your own limits.
Okay, I may not have anything to say to him, but at least I can go touch his feet. Where will I get such an opportunity? No, it won't come so easy. So I'll at least go touch his feet. So I went. Okay. And when you go, you don't generally touch his feet unless you ask permission. So I said, Sadhguru, can I touch your feet? So he tells me, I didn't call you.
Oh my god!
And then he did, just bend and he did this. Because I anyway went and touched his feet. So he did duck.
Wow.
Just to say, don't act too smart.
So, what do you want everyone to take away from the stories you're sharing?
Not necessarily from this story, though. It is definitely whether it's not a physical connection with him. There's much more.
Yeah.
So whether he's in the US or you have his photo in your house or whichever way, the connection is something beyond all that. And if you're open, if you are receptive enough, then he's with you all the time. He's there minute to minute in your life. And that can make your life very beautiful.
So, like, is there something he said like long time ago and you didn't think that made sense, but now it makes perfect sense to you?
Okay, basically, Isha stresses a lot on volunteering. Okay, so Guru insists that all events should happen by volunteers only. Why he says that is, it is a way for the growth of volunteers. It has nothing to do with the work that is happening, the event that is happening, but it's an opportunity for volunteers to grow. I had heard all these things. They said. This thing happened much later. They would say that if you don't like someone, you should learn to go sit next to that person and work joyfully. If you don't like a particular activity, you should take that up and try to do it joyfully. That's one way of overcoming your likes and dislikes. So once you don't have likes and dislikes, then suddenly there's much more freedom.
Yeah.
If it is like, I can eat only banana, I cannot eat apple, then there's less freedom.
Yeah.
Right? If I can do both, or if I can get up at 9 o'clock in the morning, I can get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I can sleep at 12, I can sleep at 7, whichever way, whatever is at that moment required, if I can do, that is freedom. So this volunteering is supposed to, they had told us all these things. But when it happened to me, that time I didn't know all these background. This is the first time I had gone to Isha Yoga Center. And when, I'm from Mumbai, so when we left, they told us that anyway, you're going so far. We don't know when you'll go back again. So keep 2 days extra. I had gone for a program. Keep 2 days extra just to stay there. And try to volunteer. It is good. Okay. Okay. So program happened. All the participants went. Me and one more girl, we stayed back 2 more days. We had taken leave. We stayed back. And then, okay, what should we do? Let's go volunteer. Okay, let's go volunteer. That time the center was a very small center. This was in 2003.
Okay.
Long time back. So not many people also, and not much construction or anything like that. So there was this small room in which 5-6 people were sitting, and they were cutting fruit for the dinner. So both of us went. The minute I entered the room, I saw this pineapple there. Okay. In my mind, I'm saying, I hope they don't give me that pineapple to cut.
That's the exact thing they give you to cut.
I go in and she said, yeah, take this and cut. And from that time onwards, it's always been like that. Whatever I don't like, whatever I resist, somehow it happens that I have to do it. And I notice that no big deal.
Yeah.
It's just the resistance is all in the mind. No big deal.
I've heard so many stories like this from Isha people. Even my mom, she was like, "Kya मेरे को तो chill मारने मिल रहा है, फिर toilet धुलवाए last दिन पे." Anna didn't like to touch other people's shoes, and then the job he got for volunteering was arranging the shoes in order. So that's mind-blowing. But when I'm like you're talking and I'm listening, the only thing that's going through my mind, I didn't call you. That's going through my mind now.
That was too much.
Wow. So can I just get one last story for this podcast?
Okay. So you have heard of Rally for Rivers?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened was Isha Outreach has education, environment, and rural rejuvenation.
Hmm.
So in the environment, we had something called Project Green Hands,
Yeah.
which grew and in Tamil Nadu only, but it grew in a big way.
Hmm.
So in 2017, Sadhguru did Rally for Rivers to create awareness of the environment. Basically, you have more trees, they'll hold the water, the roots will hold the water,
Yeah.
so the rivers will flow.
Hmm.
Till then, I hadn't even realized that rivers have stopped flowing throughout the year,
Hmm.
which is unthinkable because from thousands of years, all the stories we have, okay, they're talking about rivers flowing in those days, and it came right up till now, and now suddenly it's not flowing for 12 months, it's flowing only for 7-8 months. Last 3-4 months, it's drying up. River drying up is something it didn't even strike me till. So he did this Rally for Rivers as an awareness program. So we had this. The rally started on his birthday, okay, and one of the chief guests who had come, he said, "This is the first time I've seen a birthday being celebrated like this." Okay, so from Coimbatore we went Chennai, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, and then they went north. And then last they went and gave Sadhguru gave the policy document to the Prime Minister. Narendra Modi was there, and so he went and they gave some recommendations as to what can be done and what should be done. So can I tell you one or two of those policies? One of the policies was that, see, when supposing you have a 100 by 100 plot, a site, you cannot construct the whole area. You have to leave some part vacant, open. This is a rule.
Yeah.
So like that, on agricultural land, what they recommended was you should have at least a few trees minimum. Supposing you have 5 acres of land, this many minimum trees, this many minimum animals. Why animals? The dung is very good fertilizer. So you must have this. You do not have the right to desertify your farm just because you own that land. Ultimately, it impacts the whole world.
Okay. I remember these policies now because they were being talked about, and I was 7 only in 2017, but suddenly that memory is coming back to me that we went for campaigns and big posters. I was showing Rally for Rivers, screaming.
Right. So I was a part of the rally from Coimbatore to Mumbai. Okay. So this happened in Hyderabad. Hyderabad, and all the way on the way throughout, there are like events after events after events. So we'll stop, we'll have an event, he'll stand there, he'll talk to people, he'll create awareness and all that, and then we move. And we move, like that it was. Even if you saw 2 people standing with a placard, they'll be acknowledged. It was like that. So the evening before, we had this huge event in a stadium in Hyderabad. And next day we were leaving, checking out of the hotel. And for some reason, I was late to check out. All the other participants had already come out downstairs to the lobby, and they were outside the lobby. Something I forgot or something, I came down late. So through the glass like this, I can see all the participants are outside. They're talking to Sadhguru. Okay, his car is there. You remember his car? It had those Rally for Rivers, blue, green color and all that. So his car was there, and all these people were standing there and talking to him. There was one girl, it was her birthday. So Sadhguru had put his arm around her like that. And he was talking to everybody. I'm seeing from the glass, and I saw, hey, Sadhguru is giving everybody a hug. I must go and get mine. Okay, it's in my head. Okay, so I rush. I gave my key. I finished checking out, and I come out. By then, all have dispersed. All the participants have gone. But I'm not thinking about them at all. I'm not thinking of anything. I'm just thinking about my hug. I shouldn't miss it. Such an opportunity. So I don't have so much guts that I go stand in front of him, but this time I'm not thinking about him at all. I'm thinking about he has to give me my hug. So I went happily. I went and stood in front of him and looking at him. And I thought he'll put his arm around me like this. So I went. He turned me around and he gave me such a sweet hug. It was such a sweet thing that happened to me. Okay, and there's this broad grin on my face, and I was just standing there. The coordinator of Rally for Rivers, he was there, that Anna was there. So Anna said, Akka, so you got a boost of energy for the rest of the trip? I said, yes.
I can see your face, your memories. I feel like it's just coming back to you again. You're reliving the moment. Wow, that's such a sweet memory to have. So, we've all heard that like gurus always have a miracle in the world that they just do something so surprising for us. Do you think Sadhguru has done something like that?
Yeah, I know there are these stories about, plucking ash from the air and giving you, or some watches being given and things like that. But the miracle that Sadhguru has created is something else. For instance, supposing you have to go to Bombay tomorrow and you don't know anybody there, but you have some work, you have to finish it and come. Supposing someone unknown to you offers to, host you, give you food, give you shelter, welcome you in their house for whatever 2, 3 days, 8 days, whatever. Will you think it? How will it affect you?
I don't know the person.
You don't know the person, never seen that person, never heard that person's name till the day before. Okay, and they have invited you, welcomed you home, given you food, given you safety. In this, you're staying in their house, made a part of their family for you.
That would be sweet, but I don't know them.
Okay, so this has happened to me throughout my time that I have worked with Isha. For instance, your parents, volunteers,
Yeah.
they hosted me, they took care of me. This is happening to me anywhere I go. I haven't met your parents before, but today it feels like I know them for the last 100 years.
Yeah.
This community, this kind of people that he has created.
A strong community.
The kind of people that exist, and more such people are happening. That is a big miracle. Because imagine in today's world, nobody really worries about the other person. Even your own relatives. If they come, you say, okay, I hope they go fast because, I have my own life to lead.
Yeah.
Not only the relatives, even in the family, people are becoming more and more I, me, things like that. So here is this person who has created these kind of people, whom I have experienced so many times in my life. Anytime I go, I have gone to many places in Gujarat, most of West Zone, wherever I go for volunteering. If it is possible, they come and pick me up, they drop me. Otherwise, they give me. But that welcome is, and I'm always sure that I'll be safe there. That this is, I think, the biggest miracle in today's world.
Agreed.
Agreed?
Agreed.
So, anything else you want to know?
So I'm just taking it all in because I feel like I have some rethinking to do. Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us on Between the Pages. This was like one of the most insightful podcasts and fun actually, because I love listening to stories and I don't really get to hear them that much. So it was really fun. Thank you so much.
I also love telling these stories, especially about Sadhguru. It seems when Krishna was alive, people never tired of talking about him. Any 2 people, 3 people meet together, they're all the time talking about Krishna. He did this, he smiled, he walked, whatever he sang, whatever he did, people are all the time talking. I find myself doing that all the time about Sadhguru. And thank you for giving me an opportunity again to talk about it.
Thank you so much.